Oh my gosh, look how shiny I am. I have lotion on, my face cream, and it's a little bit oily. And under these lights in my, if I turn, that might be a little better. You guys, holy moly, I had the craziest day. Okay, so I'm in Corpus Christi at the WCRA deal, and I was 14th out. The ground was heavy, but I almost didn't get by my first barrel. I went to my horn too early, which I preached to everybody not to do, but like we were hauling butt in there, and my hat blew off my head, and it totally distracted me, and I didn't ride very good to my first barrel. Anyways, we eked by it, and then we had to eke by the second barrel too. And I heard my time, and I didn't know at the time if that was even a good time or not, because I was running early, and I still had, probably 30 more girls to go, because I was 14, and they took 48 back, so I guess that many. And, so I was like, man, I just don't know if I'm going to make it. And I get back to the trailer, and I'm like, I mean, technically, if I was 14, and I left, when I heard my time, I, didn't know if it was a good time. There hadn't been that many people run, but I was sitting second. So I was like, if I was 50, when I left at 15 at the drag, I was sitting second, so I was like, I mean, I only have to outrun, they would take the top 24 to their performances. I was like, I only have to outrun, 10 more girls out of the next 30. I feel like I could probably do that. So I went back to my trailer, and, of course, a few friends of mine had, recorded it off the Ride Pass TV. And I get this message, and it's like, you're in. And I'm like, oh, man, I made it in the top 25. I'm so excited. And they're like, I think you were 7th or 8th. And I was like, oh, that means I got money, because they paid to 8, but they take 24 to the performances. And I just could not even believe. I looked at the results, and I was like, holy crap. I didn't think that we would have clocked like that. I felt like we probably could have been faster, which maybe not. You don't really know, but just kind of crazy. So I had a pretty good day. I spent 6 months trying to qualify for this rodeo. You had to be in the top 48. So then I got in the top 48. I came in 37th and drove 7 hours here, and got here yesterday, and then this morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, made my run, and wasn't perfect, for sure. Wasn't our typical first barrel, that's for sure. And felt okay about it, but felt like I was going to be kind of on the bubble, and I was not. I was not even close to the bubble. I was one of the cool girls for a change. I don't rodeo, so this is, all kind of silly to me, I guess, because Spencer's not a rodeo horse, but here I am at one of the biggest rodeos of the year. It just is what it is. I think I just wanted to qualify just to see if I could, because people put so much freaking emphasis on rodeos and pro rodeos, and so pro rodeos don't pay very good. There are maybe 10% of them do, and the rest of them don't pay very good. Last hole sometimes pays $50. When diesel's over $5 a gallon, I'm not gonna go outrun some of the toughest horses in the world to win $50. I'm not gonna do it. So, the WCRA is basically pro rodeo that you get to compete at 3 or 4 times a year. Some super, super tough girls for a lot more money than you would compete at your normal PRCA rodeo. So I'm not dissing PRCA. I think they've been around for a long time. I used to pro rodeo, and I don't anymore, but that's not to say that I don't plan on going a little bit next year. It's just these things pay a lot. So anyways, yeah, I was really surprised. I think it paid a little over $3,000 to win it today. And that's just the start. Like, that's just the start. So now we went from top 48. We got here. You had to be in the top 24. We were in the top 10, so that's even better because we won some money. I drew up to run in the performances on Thursday, and a girl asked me to trade, and I really didn't have a reason not to trade. And when I looked at her set, there were 2 of the youth in her set, and 2 of those youth were in the top 5. Like, they weigh 40 pounds. And there's no way that my 185-pound butt is going to intentionally compete against them in a 12-second pin in the freaking, whatever that place is called that we're fixing to go now. I don't know. Anyways, there's like a really big, I cannot remember what it's called. Anyways, we compete in a different arena. And it's 12 seconds. And I'm like, I'm already the fattest one here. Like, I'm already the fattest barrel racer here. If I can get out of competing against these girls who weigh 10 pounds, then that's what I'm going to do. So, I traded with her and felt really good about my set. And then the trade deadline went by, and then I looked, and I think a lot of people looked at Friday's set and they were like, hey, that's an easy set. I don't know, not that there's an easy set because everybody here is pretty tough, but we were kind of looking at it and I was like, that might have been the easiest set. And then people traded to it and I'm like, it's not easy anymore. I looked at it and I was like, dang, it got pretty tough. So you have to be in the top 2 in the performances. There's 3 performances. They take the top 2 from each performance to the showdown round, which is like, it's just short go. The top 3 out of those 7 or 8, I think there's 8. The top 3 win quite a bit, like 15,000, 7,500, and 3,000 or something. I don't know. Maybe more than that. It might be more than that. And then everybody like 4th through 7th or 4th through 8 win $1,000. Just for making it. It's like your consolation, like, congratulations, you even made it this far. So, we'll see. I'm up Friday. I don't have an easy set. There's no such thing as an easy set. And, yeah, it's a 12-second pin in a performance. And the last time Spencer's entered 1 performance, and we didn't make it to the first barrel. He bucked me off on my head. He hates loud noises. So, my plan is just to go really freaking fast. It's a 12-second pattern. 12 seconds, guys. So, I've never run on a 12-second pattern, and Spencer hasn't either. So, it's a sold-out deal, I'm sure. I think when I looked last year, like, there were not very many seats in the stands. And so, yeah, it'll be fun. We're just gonna go really fast and see what happens. I did not expect to be in the top 10 today. I thought I would eke by in the top 24 and just be happy that I came. You know what I mean? Like, it was a big deal to make it in the top 48 just to get here, especially since I don't rodeo. So I was like, we'll see. I was like blown away when I saw the results and saw some of the horses that he had kept up with. So yeah, it was a crazy day, but it's a good day. And now I just gotta hang out in Corpus Christi for 2 or 3 days. And I think what I'm gonna do is go to the beach and go to the aquarium and just hang out by myself. I don't really have any close friends here to hang out with. Flo Rida is here tomorrow night, so they have a concert after the rodeo every night. And it's like, it feels like a mini Houston that way. Like, it's a limited rodeo. You had to qualify, and then you get there, and everyone runs in like a qualifier, and then you get put in different sets, and then they have rodeo every night. Except it doesn't pay $50,000. It pays like $20,000, but still pretty cool. And Spencer's loving it. Like, Spencer's kind of like, what in the heck is going on? This is all so new. But, he's not a rodeo horse. We don't have any expectations. I guess that's kind of the nice thing. We don't really feel any pressure. We're just here to make our run, and we don't know what that's going to be. I know Spencer's special. I know that he's extremely fast when he puts together a run and when he feels good and he's sound. It's just crazy because last weekend he barely could run in the 3D. Like, I mean barely. Like, he was 2/100ths or something too fast to win the 40 average at the Ruby Buckle. And then we had everything injected, and I was so upset, and I still don't feel like the coffin injections have had time to work fully. I don't feel like those are going to be maybe taking their full effect until later this week. But clearly he feels better, because you don't go from barely running in the 40 to, or the 3D to clocking half a second off. Well, it's just kind of crazy. One girl daylighted us. London Gorham daylighted us, and she ran a 3. And everyone else was running like 6s and 8s. I don't even know if there was a 7, and I ran an 8. And there were only like 8, 9 or 10 of us that ran like sub 16s, like that ran 15-second time. So I don't know, man. Just been a crazy day. But I'll let you guys know how it goes. I don't feel any sort of way. I mean, obviously I'm proud of my horse. I knew that he was an exceptional horse when he was sound. It's just keeping him sound is hard sometimes. It costs a lot of freaking money. And God knows I've spent all of it trying to keep him feeling better between surgery and suspensory stuff and injections and all the things. So, you know, I was due for some I don't know, I guess just for a week of Spencer feeling great. You know, I just want to make him feel great. And so, anyway, I feel like he does. I feel like he feels pretty dang good. Anyways, I'll let you guys know how it goes. And as for now, I'm just kind of having fun. I mean, I feel like the hard work was getting here, and now I can just kind of let it all hang out and just go as fast as I can and see what happens. Like, who would have thought he'd been in the top 10? I don't know. I just didn't. I wasn't expecting it. Not after last weekend barely being in the 3D. I was not expecting him to run in there and run that hard. I definitely didn't expect to hear that I had placed after knowing how crappy my first barrel was for me. You know, that was not a good first barrel for me. I'm going to put extra stuffing in my hat so that it doesn't come off. But it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but the wind has been blowing here this whole time. And the arena we were competing in is covered. And so, like, the wind literally was, like, blowing from the side. And I don't know. I had so much stuff in my hat. I wear a 6.5. It's like a little kid's. I have a little kid's head. I wear a 6.5. My hat's a 7. So I have stuff in the brim of it, you know, to, like, make it fit. And it was fitting really good until I started sweating. And the fact that I have, like, kind of like my, I didn't put makeup on this morning. And so I just did, like, my face treatment. And it's a little bit oily, as you can see. And so it just, like, I started sweating and it just got slimy. And my hat, I could feel it, like, because I always pull it down low, and I could just feel it, like, and this side was coming up because the wind was blowing. And I could just feel it. And I was like, oh my God, can you ride your freaking horse? I couldn't ride my horse because I was worried about my hat. So ridiculous. Not worried by it, but, like, distracted, you know. So I'm going to have to put more stuff in my hat. Oh my God. If my freaking hat comes off in a performance, I'm going to be so embarrassed. I was the only one that lost her hat today, by the way. I was that person that looked like a total jackwagon rookie. Because I don't rodeo. I've rodeoed before quite a bit, but I was on colts. I was just seasoning them, and I was trying to make them nicer for someone else to go in on. And it's so weird. This is the first time where I haven't had to sell my horse and start over. Like, I got to keep Spencer, and I don't know, it's the first time probably ever that I haven't been so broke that I had to take an offer someone gave me and start over training another one. I just kind of made it up in my mind, like, he's not for sale. I mean, it would It's one I'd have to, like, cough up a lot of money, like mortgage money, for a really nice house before I even thought about selling them. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty surreal. I'm just hanging out. I'm having fun. I'll let you guys know how it goes.